was just walking down the street, and there's this girl, she's about 20 years old, I suppose, and she's always walking down to the bus stop looking in her phone. She stands at the bus stop looking in the phone. I've never ever seen her looking anywhere else except in her fucking phone, and I must have seen her about a dozen times now. So this time I'm coming down and she's standing there looking in her phone. So I stood this far away from her. I just stood there to see if she was going to look up. She never looked up, and it was about 5 seconds, and oh fucking hell. And she's like scrolling, and I said, what's so interesting in there? She looks up and says, excuse me. I said, I've seen you many times, and every single time you're incessantly looking in the phone. What could be so interesting? She starts to scowl. I said, have you looked up at the sky today? She says, yes thanks. I said, have you noticed the sun? She says, what's the point? I said, have you heard the birds? She says, goodbye. And she looked back down in her phone. And I started to laugh, and I said, isn't that the thing? Then she says, goodbye. I'm laughing like this. I'm like, that's what always happens. That's what always happens whenever you mention to a drone that their life force is being sucked away into that phone. And then she just fucking looked down like this and she's grimacing. Now, her face is absolutely caked with foundation. It must take her about 3 hours to fucking spread it on with a fucking butter knife. And then she's got penciled in eyebrows, and she's got a big frown, wrinkly frown, because the fucking bitch is only about 20 years old. And then she's got a lipstick on. And I'm like, wow, this is what the AI is producing. You know, people that are so vastly insecure, that they've got to do all of that stuff, and probably she watches incessantly makeup overviews and all this sort of thing, and she's just a dead fucking soulless bot, and by the time I'd walked away 50 feet, then I heard her say something. I don't know what the fuck it was, but you know, I shall take the greatest of pleasure now. Every time I see her, I'll go, she's doing it again! Wow. No life outside the phone, people. Zero. Fucking nada. Oh my god. Anyway, this video is a question to any of you. There's a few of you. What we'll say about this channel these days, there is only about 5% females these days, according to the analytics. Only about 5%, and invariably I'll never hear from them. Just once in a blue moon, they've got nothing to say about anything, and so probably they'll be gone in good time as well. So it just seems to me that there's just real men, you know, men's men. It's only men's men that have got the stomach for, you know, things men talk about. And, you know, real men talk about real things. And so we tell it the way it is. We like to see the world like it is. We like to call an idiot, and if we see someone do something good or it's great, then we don't mind acknowledging that as well. You know, you see all these fuck faces, they'll never give credit to anything. They'll never say, oh, that's really nice, or that's really good. You know, just a simple thing like someone playing the guitar on a fucking park bench, or, you know, in a subway or something like that. How many people just actually would ever fucking say, that's fucking good, nice, I like that. That sounds alright, that. Nice one, mate. You know, yeah, that reminded me of this, that and the other. Here is a quid. You know, but the fuckers just walking by, looking at their phones. That's what they're doing, looking at their phones. That's what they're interested in, looking at their fucking phones. Death to them all. Death to them all. Now, my daughter is a chip off the old block. She's 32 years old. She's not on any social media. And she's most certainly not one of these phony fucks that's got nothing better to do with her life than look into it. And she reads. She's one of these that fucking reads, you know. And so, praise the Lord. You know, I don't suppose it could ever be any other way for an enlightened being to have a fucking droll of offspring. No. So, so the question is, people, those of you now that, you know, the people that are commenting, getting more regular, and, you know, we've got a little bit of banter and relationship going on, and some of you have spoken to this, that and the other. You know, British people, very few other cultures really, they all seem to have diminished and faded away. I don't know, maybe I'm just too British. I remember an American guy saying, "God, that guy's just so British." Well, that's because I'm British. I'm a British fucking lion, people. That's me, yeah, through and through. Of course, it's not. I'm a cosmic light being. British is just a fucking label I don't subscribe to. But I do have certain characteristics and mannerisms and things like that which will appeal to my fellow man, obviously. You know, I don't know whether I've got any black Africans, black Americans, you know, those sorts of people. What would they think of me? I don't know what they'd think of me. Completely a far out alien culture. You know, all the black Americans that I met in prison, every fucking word, it was N-word this, N-word there. I can't even say that. That's probably one word, the one word that'll get my channel taken down, that'll get this video fucking just eradicated. You can, you know, call Jesus all different names under the sun. You could probably even do it to Allah as well. But you can't say that. And yet these people who were called that once upon a time, many fucking years ago, they call each other that all the time, in every fucking breath. All I heard them say when they're standing around is, "Yo, N-word this, yo, N-word that, N-word, 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 yo, N-word, N-word." Oh, goodness me. I wanted to say to them, because I used to chat with quite a few of them, I wanted to say, do you guys have any idea what you're doing with the energy of that word? You guys don't consider it to be what the white person used to mean it to be, but you've taken it on board, and like you've made it your own in some sort of a way, and it's just like I don't know, what is it? It's just, it can mean so many things. Well, I suppose it's in the context it's spoken in. It's like Chris Rock. Chris Rock will do a whole stand-up talking about that, talking about them people called N's. He'll say the N's that are down the end of my road. My mother said I mustn't mix with the N's, and you know, all this. That's all they talk about. It really has become something like 25% of their vocabulary. And yet white people can't say it anymore. But the black people can say it about themselves incessantly. Isn't it bizarre? Anyway, so if there's any black Americans watching my videos, well, I'd love to hear from you. And I think it'd be an amazing chat. Well, in actual fact, it would be quite astonishing to chat with any of you that I haven't chatted with before. The last fucking remnant of the female species on my channel, which is just hanging on with the fucking lycra of their false nails. They're just hanging on to the channel just to see if I've got anything for them. I don't think I have. I mean, you know, there's some of you, I know you've been around for years, but I don't hear from you, do I, in any meaningful way? I just don't. You don't have any meaningful input. And so, you know, I don't even know what you're doing. I don't even know what you want. I don't even know why you're watching me. If you never ever inspired a little bit just to say a few fucking lines, and some of you have actually spoken to. But no, you can't conjure it up, so what's the point? What are you doing it for? I think you should start knitting knob warmers. Knitting cot warmers, ladies. That's what you should be doing. It's not wasting your time with the Wake and Brave videos. they mean nothing to you. Start knitting cot warmers and sending them away to servicemen. So at least when they get their faces blown off, and the mothers are standing by their graves, they can go, well, at least his cock was warm when he had his face blown off. And then you can all go to each other, yes, I'm actually knitting one now. It's taken me about 3 weeks because it's for an African American. He's about fucking 9 feet long. Yes. Or you can always depend on the Working Brave to bring it down, to make it crass. If you're knitting knob warmers for African Americans or black people in general, let's just say if you're knitting knob warmers, then you could do it together. You could do it as a group exercise, a bit like fucking stitching parachutes, really, isn't it? Yeah, you could do that. And then when you send them off to the Ukraine or wherever they go, then you just hire a fucking 40-foot fucking shipping truck to take it there. And then all the soldiers, they'll go, fucking hell, oi Leroy, your fucking knob socks arrived. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm saying is here, just having a crack and I'm killing time, aren't I? Killing fucking time, motherfuckers. I'm enjoying myself. The alien insectoids have imbued me with a massive amount of energy today, even more than they normally do. They're always sending me the energy, so I'm conveying all the wonderful stuff that they want me to convey. But today they've given me massive amount of energy, and so just got to use a bit of it up. So yes, question: how many of you would like to see the channel go in another direction? Would like me to say nice things, would like me to do more helpful videos about diet and exercise and how to relieve depression and meditation and maybe talks about some crystals and candles. How many of you would like that? Or how many of you would go, God forbid, I hope the hell freezes over before the Awakened Brave turns that fucker on us? Yeah, so what do you want from the Awakened Brave? Do you love the Awakened Brave the way he is? Because look, things have changed. Lots of you have been watching me for years, and very much like the Truman Show, and you've seen the Awakened Brave morph from one thing into another thing. And now and again the odd person's commented that they probably preferred my older videos, where I was a little bit more kind. And I wasn't demeaning every fucker. But you see, I say, look, just don't be pointing the finger at me. If I'm saying things and you feel demeaned, then that's a reflection of yourselves. If you don't feel demeaned, then you're not fucking touched by it, are you? You're above that station. If you're down one of these lower stations where I just need help videos and all that, well, go to Rupert Spira. And Rupert Spira will go there. Take a nice long deep breath and let it out nice and slowly. What are you feeling? I'm feeling like fucking hitting the upside of the head with a brick, you fucking cunt. Get talking about something that's going to be of value, you knobhead. Yes, oops, sorry. That person's quickly ushered out of the Rupert Spira fucking audience. Yeah, the Awakened Brave, he just tells it how it is, people. And there's a great deal of truth in what I say, even though lots of times I'm being very facetious. Now, for those of you that are familiar with the idiot abroad, Carl Pilkington, the friend of Ricky Gervais. See, Ricky Gervais knew this dude, and he just found him so fucking humorous. He made a TV show out of him, and they started with just having him on, having a chit chat, asking him questions, and then Ricky Gervais thought it was a great idea to send him all around the world to see what he considered was, this, that, and the other. And when you listen to Carl Pilkington, he's actually a very, very wise person. he'll say things that most people would never dare or dream of saying. He'll say things that everybody's feeling at their heart. And for instance, you know, if he was sent to India on one occasion, and he's on the Ganges in this dinghy, and he's like, well, it's a shithole, isn't it? It's fucking shit all over there. I fucking saw, you know, two fucking partially fucking decomposed bodies in the fucking river, you know, just floating by. They don't care. They're fucking burning them and then throwing the remnants in, you know, everyone's walking around in nappies. I've had the shits for as long as I've been here. He just tells it how it is. But people are like, oh, you can't say that about people's culture. Oh, that's offensive. Oh. But it's perfectly fucking true. And that's why people loved the Carl Pilkington episodes. Because he had wisdom, people. And it's a very broad level of wisdom. But it's kind of like, it's the sort of wisdom that everybody should have. You just look at things for what they are without all the bullshit that we carry and all the poison that we have been fucking poisoned with, that we can no longer speak our minds, you know. And, I can't ever imagine Pilkington getting completely absorbed in a fucking phone. I just can't imagine him doing that. You know, he's just a fucking normal bloke. Like, he's doing normal things, getting out and about, walking his fucking dog and this, that and the other. So anyway, people, what did I say? What was the question? Do you remember what the question was? Would any of you like the Work and Brave channel to be anything else? All of you that are still here, I mean, are some of you hanging on, wondering, hoping, is the Awake and Brave ever coming back? Is the real Awake and Brave ever coming back? Who's this nasty, meanie imposter that's telling us that we're all Muppets? No, I like the old Awake and Brave that used to say nice things. No, that's Awake and Brave. He's dead.